guys can see, I'm gonna try to move the light a little closer. Okay. All right, got the chat up. Hi, everyone. Ignore the mess on my desk. I haven't cleaned it. It's fine. Hi, everybody. I got a new pack of markers. I am still trying to build my collection of these things. There are a lot of them, so the main ones that I still would like to get are the blues, the purples, the browns, and the skin tones. Those are like the main ones that I'm missing. Once I get those, then I will get the other sets that they have, like the little random ones. Okay, should have done this part off camera. Sorry for the noise. Okay. So I got the reds. Here's the colors. I was having trouble figuring out if I was going to get the reds first or if I was going to get, it was either the reds or the blues. I was trying to figure out which one I was going to get. And I was like, you know, I have some blues that I think can last until, you know, let me just double check. I don't even know what I did with my, is this it here? I have some blues, enough, I think, to last until I get the actual blue set, is what I was trying to say. Obviously not there, but like I have some blues there. That's 4. And then there's some blues in the green tone set. And then there's some blues. I have like 3 there and a really dark one there. And then I have some in the pastels. So I have some blues that will last me, but I didn't have a lot of reds. Like I have 3 there. I don't have any there. I have 1 here and that's it. So definitely needed the reds. So I'm going to swatch them, and then I think it's just called reds, isn't it? Yeah. And this is the 22 set. I mean, I think there was only the 22 set. So just like all the other boxes, I got the extra fine. I was debating getting the red extra fine or actually thinking about getting a set of the brush, but I like the fine set, the extra fine set. That's what's been working for me. So, and then they sent some extras. They always send extras in there. I also was going to buy another pack of nibs because I don't take care of my markers the way I should. And if Tuli Art would like to sponsor me, the main thing that I need is nibs, always. Hi, Ivy Pearl. How's it going? I also have a little thing to put them in once I swatch them. And then I have my little random post-it note here. I'm just going to use that for shaking and whatever purposes. Okay. So, the The first one is actually called Terracotta, so I'm curious. I think I should just write all the names so I can just kind of go with it. This is kind of like a, uh-oh, I don't know what the heck. Okay. This is kind of like a hodgepodge live. It's gonna be some coloring and some just random stuff, mostly sketchbook stuff because I've been working in that a little bit this week, not too much. Work has been kind of slow, so I've been having time to kind of work in my sketchbook, and then when I'm at home and like if I'm sitting at my desk waiting to leave for work or something like that, then I did I don't know why I put a dash there. I played around in my sketchbook. Let me just do this. I played around in my sketchbook with my gouache so that I can kind of get used to using it, and I was playing with the colors and mixing the colors and just doing different sketches that were already in my sketchbook because I do want to fill my sketchbook with a lot of color. Like some sketches are okay to just leave, sketchy, but I did want to have a lot of color in my sketchbook. That was kind of the goal I set for myself, to make sure that I was actually coloring some of my or most of, not some of, most of my artwork. There's an A there. Pomegranate, yeah. So I basically though use paint markers and gouache in my sketchbook. So I was like, well, I have the kind of off-brand ones that I got. They didn't put a P there. They have it spelled weird. And I was like, well, some of them I'd like to use in my sketchbook, but some of them are a bit streaky, I guess. So I was like, I'm just gonna stick to the paint markers that I know I like. Even though these Art paint pens are a little bit expensive, but they are kind of worth it though. Hi, Emily. You like to see color in your sketchbook? Yeah, it just makes it look, I don't know, better, I guess, more lively. So, yeah, this looks like it could be like a terracotta color, maybe. So, of course, you gotta shake it up real good. The new ones sound nice when you shake them. I have some that I, already opened, and I have to fight to shake them because I don't use them. I don't use all of the colors all the time. So some of the colors kind of just sit for a while. And it says you're supposed to like take the nibs out and clean them and soak them and all of that stuff. But I don't do that. I should. I really should, but I don't. I'm sorry. And so with the swatch sheet, I literally just do a little bit of a swatch like that, cap it, and put it in the case. So I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can actually see some of these colors. Most of the colors. So this next one is cadmium red. It definitely looks like a cadmium red. It's got that orangey kind of color to it. Just by, because they have windows so I can see the paint before I swatch it, which is also nice. You don't really have to swatch them because you can see right through the window and see what color your paint is going to be. But I like to swatch them because I feel like maybe the paint color changes sometimes when it dries. So I do like that though. I like these two already. I definitely don't have anything close to these colors. This one looks a little bit orange. This is the Persian red. But I definitely needed some red reds because I didn't have any. I had like some darker reds and some like brownish reds, but nothing that screamed red to me, like true red. So this one's a little orangey, but it's still definitely a red. Some of the, they're not all obviously going to be red. There's some pinks and purples to this. There is a pinks. Oh, I forgot, in the pink set too. There's a purple set. There's a pink. I think it's pinks and purples or just pinks. So it's actually those two I want. The browns, the blues. So I'll probably get the browns next and then the blues. No, I might get the blues next because I have a lot of browns that can do pretty well until I get the brown set. So I think I'm going to get the blues, the browns, probably the skin tones or the purples. I'll probably get the pinks last because I don't color with a lot of pink. So I'm not in the rush to get the pinks and the purples. But I definitely want to grab the blues, the browns, and the skin tones. So. But these things are like $35 each box. So I have to like save and, you know, manage and get them and don't go crazy all at one time. So I have to make sure I get the colors that I actually know I'm going to use first. And then I'm also a little bit smart. If anyone ever asks me what I want for my birthday, I usually tell them, oh, you know, paint pens or art supplies. Or if there's like a game coming out that's close to my birthday, I'll tell them that. So, ooh, I like this salmon color. It's not a red, obviously, but it's pretty. I found that don't have to soak the nibs every time as long as I cap them quickly after use. Yeah, see, and I usually cap them, but they still tend to, like I have some, if I don't use them, they will dry on me. And I've gone through most of my extra nibs already. Because I have, I think, 6 sets already, and I've gone through most of the nibs. So I'm glad that they sent extra nibs in when you get a new pack. But every time I go to try to order my nibs, like the extra nibs, because I think you get 30 for like 17 bucks or something like that, they're out of stock or something. They're coming in at a crazy later date or something. And I'm like, maybe I just need to use them more. I don't know. Yuki, knock it off. Okay, that's number 7. So yeah, I've been having fun. I've been using my Himi gouache and my my, what do you call it? My Turner and my Shinhan. That Shinhan gouache is great. How do I store them? They all have their own box. Each set has their own little plastic box. For now, I have some of the stand, like, but the stands only hold so many, and the stands aren't cheap either. So I do have one of the stands, and the stands are kind of, I don't know, I found the stands kind of annoying trying to get the markers, you know, in and out of it, because the spaces are a little small and it tends to slide around. It doesn't like stay put. I don't know if I got like a busted one or something. I mean, it's a Toolie Art one, but it doesn't, it moves around a little bit too much for me, and I have to like hold the stand and grab the marker and all of that. So I haven't quite found something that works yet other than these cases, these pencil cases. I'm just gonna, so far it's the only thing that I found that works. So if you found a way to store yours that works, let me know. Do you have any of the Toolie Art paint pens, Ivy Pearl? Nah, you should check it out. These are my favorite. I like them better than Posca. Believe it or not, I know I like my Japanese brands, but I like these better than the Posca pens. I think we're getting into like the pinky reds. But I like these. These are the kind of reds I was hoping they had. So this is like really good, this first half. Oh, they were spot on with this color. This is lipstick red. Let me scoot it up so you guys can see. I went home from work last night with basically the phone that the supervisors carry around, and I brought it home last night by accident, so I had to get up this morning and bring the phone back to work. Even though I'm off today, I had to bring it back. I was kicking myself. I was like, oh my goodness, oops. I was like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe I came home with that thing. I was so mad. I don't normally carry it around with me. And it was just in my pocket, and it was so slow it hadn't rang all night. So I totally forgot it was there, and I got right to my front gate and I reached for my keys, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is not my phone, which means this is the supervisor phone. I was like, oh no. And I had to call them like, hey, by the way, I came home with the phone. They were like, what? I was like, yeah. They were shocked that it was me who came home. Oh my gosh, I keep hitting the like button. They were like, you went home with it? I was like, yeah. And they thought it was kind of funny. I didn't think it was funny because I had to get up and go back up there. But it was kind of funny, I guess, because it's not something that, you know, I would normally do. So, and I was seeing some of the morning shift. They was like, what are you doing up here at 6 o'clock in the morning? I was like, oh, I went home with the phone last night. So here I am. They were like, it's so weird seeing you out in regular clothes. I'm like, funny. told him, I said, you guys won't catch me carrying that phone around no more, because I don't normally have it, but it was only two supervisors there yesterday, and one of them was like way on the other side somewhere. So I was like, I'll just carry it, because I know he doesn't really like carrying it. And the one that normally carries it, he wasn't there yesterday. So I was like, okay, I'll just carry it, and I'll be if I didn't forget it. So I was like, I won't be doing that no more. I don't care who doesn't want to carry it. They're going to carry it, because I don't want to have to come back up here and bring it. So I also started making a gaming journal of the sorts, I guess. I started working on, because I'm playing Fields of Mystria, which is kind of like Stardew Valley, but I personally like, I think I like Fields, well, I know I like Fields of Mystria better. So, I started making a journal, and so far I was just making like the calendar for like the year. It was like the calendar page, I guess, for each year or for each season. So they have one for, spring, summer, fall, and winter. I think they call it fall. They don't call it autumn, which is kind of strange. But I was doing the spring one. I was making the calendar and writing down whose birthdays was in those within the seasons and stuff like that. Oh, you had two sets. You end up giving them to your mom. Oh, that was nice. Does she like them? I love these paint pens. Oh, it's starting to come. Here it comes. Come on, color. This one's taking a while. Okay. I hope I don't have to fight with this raspberry color. It's a pretty color, but it was behaving like it didn't want to come out of the marker. They have like other sets besides like the main colors too. They have like a Southwest one, and I think there's like a floral one, there's a glitter one, a metallic one, a neon one. What was the other one? The Essentials. They have like a black and white set. My aim is to have all of the sets at some point. That way I could never want for colors. But I'm not in a rush to get all the extra sets. I just want the main sets at the very least, because I just mainly use them in my sketchbook anyway. So, not in too much of a rush to get all of the sets, but I would like the blues and the browns next for sure. All right, last three, and then I have a page in my sketchbook that we're gonna start. This one's nice and juicy. I like that it has some pinks and purples too, because let me move this. I have, you know, some pinks and purples in my other sets, but it's nice to have extras because I don't have the pinks and purples set. She loves them. Yeah, I bet. I love them too. These are really good paint pens. Like, I haven't tried the Artex ones, and you know, if I get a set, I get a set. I'm not gonna buy a set, but I think that they are more like the other ones that I have. They're a little bit more watered down. Um, from what I've seen, I think the Simtap is more opaque, like the most opaque out of all of their sets, because they have like 4 or 5 different sets. Ooh, this is pretty. This is baby pink. It's very light. I like this one. Yeah, they have like a bunch of sets. So here are the colors up close. Right. So, um, and then I just put them in here. I'm gonna put a piece of tape on the top and label it, but I don't know what I did with my masking tape. It's hiding from me. So, which is fine, but I normally, like, for example, I stuck a piece of masking tape and I just labeled it and put how many is in there. Um, so yeah, so we're gonna just trying to, like I said, my desk is not clean. Hasn't been this week, if I'm being honest. Not a single shred of my desk has been clean this week. Okay, just drinking some apple juice. All of the brush. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I do believe the SimTap ones of the Artex have to be shaken up. Let me put these. I keep the extra nibs in here with the pastel ones, so I got a bunch. Yeah, they are, because I have some that don't have to be shaken. Actually, all of my other budget ones don't have to be shaken up, and they are definitely pretty yeah. So I mean, I like them, but like, okay, for example, um I do believe like this one was done with like my budget ones, so you can see a lot of the streakiness, and you can, it's almost like it's transparent, and I had to layer it a bunch. um Same thing with him, you can see like the streaks in it, kind of. Whereas, let's see if I can find one with the Tule art. So like, these were done with Tule arts, but let me find like an actual, oh, so like this one, hang on, the one, so like the characters in the board was done with the Tule art paint pens, and you don't see a lot of, if any, streaking or anything like that. So um that's why I like the Tule art. So this week, when you guys last seen this one, the only thing that was colored was him, his pants. I think his pants and the light brown of this cabinet here. And so I went in with some gouache and I started working on that little one there with the stuff in the background on the shelves, and I did Miso's little jacket thing, cloak, I guess. And I did him. Now it kind of like, I don't know what happened because it looked dry when I closed it, and then all of a sudden it had like a smear, but It's fine. I did this with gouache. This was with the Hemi gouache and the Turner gouache. And then I did, or more like I worked on more of, because some of this was done, like we did the teddy bear and her sweater, and I did the rest with gouache. I like how the clouds turned out. I think where it's white, it should have been blue, and where it's blue, it should have been white. I think I did it backwards, but hey, it's fine. Um, and then I did some sketches too. I think that was all I did as far as like, I did darken this up a little bit because it was too light, but I think that's all I did as far as gouache painting this week. Oh, I did um a little bit of this, just a little bit. I put a base down. Um, no, I think this was with watercolors. This was with the Genzai Tambi watercolors because it has like a little bit of sheen to it. So this isn't gouache. This was the watercolor. I wanted to put a base down. My coworker Charlie drew that, and I put it in my sketchbook. He was saying this was the only thing he can draw, and it looks like a little fuzzball. It's kind of cute, so I kept it. And so this is the page we're going to be coloring today. I drew this a couple of weeks ago, I think, and then I just did the line work for it the end of last week. So we're gonna color a square or two, and then I did some sketches. You can't really see them, of Miso listening to music and dancing. And then this was a sketch in one of my old sketchbooks, and I kind of wanted to redraw it to see if it would be different. It's a little different, but not too much. So I can see some improvement, but very little. And then I was working on this yesterday. I was trying to add some things to backgrounds and more props and things in photos. And then I did a little sketch of Bo. So that was it. That was literally all I did this week. So I have my other Thule Art marker set swatches here, and I think I'm going to use, I know I want the backgrounds of these two pink, and I want the background, I think, of this one to be red, and then these two pink. I just don't know which pink. That's the thing. I want it to be kind of a light pink. I was looking at this rose pink or this blush red. If we don't like it, we can always go over it. And then we have from the new set, I like this cherry blossom pink. I might go with that. How different is that from this rose pink? The rose pink is a little bit more pink, but I think this cherry blossom is more of what I'm going for. So, let's go with that. And that's going to be number 6. So I'm just going to start with the background of this one, and we'll see where it goes. Hope you guys can see okay. Let me just maybe zoom in a little. So with these, again, I just like adding color to my sketchbook, and I think that it looks better when you add color. Sometimes I'll sketch something and I won't like the sketch, but then once I add color to it, it's like, oh, okay, I like it now. So sometimes some things need color, and you just don't know it needs color until you color it. And you're like, oh, I don't like this. But then when you actually put in the effort to add some color to it, it's like, oh, I like it now. That happens to me a lot. So that's another reason I'm like, sometimes I'll not like a sketch and I won't finish it. I have about 2 spreads in here where I was just kind of over it because I can kind of tell when I'm getting ready to get into art block, and I have to put it down for a while until inspiration strikes again. But I have, you know, kind of ways to fight it, but sometimes I don't fight it. Sometimes I just allow myself to go through the art block because if I try to fight it, sometimes it lasts longer, and that just annoys me more when it lasts longer. So I just kind of let the art block do its thing. I'm like, all right, you want to come and destroy my life for the day, for the week, for the month? So, and sometimes I'll leave sketches uncolored on purpose so that when I am in art block, I can just color. And that way I'm still getting things done in my sketchbook. It's just not sketching that's getting done. It's the coloring because I'm in art block and I don't feel like drawing or I don't have any inspiration to draw, so I'll just color. So I'm still being productive. I also like these because they dry pretty fast too. Yeah, I like that pink. That's a cute pink. Do this one. The cool thing about these two is you can contact Art or go to their website and they have like single ones you can buy, like refills. Well, not refills, but like, if you run out of one marker, they have it open stock. You can just order that one versus buying the whole set over, which is really nice. Art block sucks. It does. It does. But sometimes, though, honestly, I embrace it because sometimes I'll come back in full swing because I like to leave, like when I'm in art block, I will leave my sketchbook on my desk so I can look at it every day. Even though I'm still, in art block, I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't mean that I can't look at my sketchbook. I can still look at it. I can still, you know, like sometimes I will write ideas down even though I don't feel like drawing any of them. I'll write them down. Okay, so I'm going to grab, I think he's the lighter twin because these two are like twins, but not really twins. I think he's the lighter twin. Let me just double check. I don't draw them a lot, so yeah. No, actually, he's the lighter twin. Did I do this backwards? Let me see. I might have done that one backwards. No, he is the lighter twin. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So he's actually the lighter twin. All right. Thank goodness I can just go and flip. See, now, this would be great to have the browns because I don't actually have a set color for him in my Toolie Arts yet. I think what I've been using for him is mustard, but I don't really like that color for him. I mean, but that is kind of all I have. I could just leave him blank for now. And then when I get the browns, go back and color him because I don't really like this mustard color for him because it's more of like a yellow. I'm just gonna pop this in here. It's not really a brown. It's kind of a weird like yellow color. It's close to his color, but not quite. So that's maybe I should get the browns next. But I mean, I have so many like these. I consider all of these like browns, and like that's a lot of browns. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, just in the yellow tones, and then there's one here, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then in the earth tone set, there's a lot. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I don't really need, I feel like I need the blues next. But I don't have the color brown that I need for him. So we might leave him blank. I also would like a lighter brown, a little bit lighter. Like I've been using, I think, camel for him. But I would also like one that's a little bit lighter than that for him. So it's tempting because I'm like, I kind of maybe should get the browns next. But I also know that I should get the blues next. So it's tough because I can't get them at the same time. So it's kind of like a pick one out of the hat type of situation. Okay. So I guess we will use camel for him. Yeah, we're gonna have to. That's the closest we have to his color. So let me just grab. That's in the yellow set, number 14, and I did put some of them. Some of the markers are actually. Uh-oh. Hang tight, guys. Okay. I put some of them in here because I do take some of them to work sometimes. And I have like some main colors that I kind of bring with me. Okay, so in the yellows, what did I say? Number 14? Yes, okay. So I'm gonna put those there. Oh, this one, I'm glad I did it with the top on because it looks like it's not leaking, but it's struggling. It's doing something. Hold on. I keep dropping stuff. I don't know what that was I just dropped, but I just dropped something. Check on it later. It's going down. I don't know if it's clogged. No, I think some of it was just coming out too much from me shaking. I probably shouldn't be using a baby wipe either, but hey. Okay. This one's a little sketchy. we'll do an ear and just kind of, we're gonna have to let him dry per area we do because it's coming out kind of fast. They are quick drying, but I don't think they're that quick where if we and I stored, this one might need to be stored upright because I store them on their side horizontally like you're supposed to, but that one is coming out kind of fast. So I think I want his shirt. Let me just, I don't know why I didn't color the inside of that. I didn't erase everything like I was supposed to. His face is gonna be a little hard because he's making that face expression, and I might have to re-put in his eyes and like his little things there, but we'll let him dry. Now I think I do want his sweater to be red and the little hearts. The hearts I thought maybe I would do like metallic red or metallic something, but I do want to grab a nice red for his sweater, like one of the lighter reds. Excuse me. So maybe like maybe this Persian red is a nice bright red. I think I'm gonna go with that. Because since he's the lighter twin, I want his sweater to be a little dark. These reds are nice. Yep. It's really nice to have a red. All right. I think most of that ear is dry, so we're gonna do the other ear now. This one almost doesn't even have to be shaken. I'm not sure. I might have to email them and see what kind of tips they got for me to stop this one from just flowing the way it is. I don't think it's supposed to flow like that. We'll do his neck too. I don't think it's supposed to flow without me shaking or anything. I mean, I shook it, but I was also supposed to pump it. And I didn't need to because when I popped it open, it was already flowing. So, and I can look in the cap and see that the paint, when I was shaking it, the paint was like coming out. So this one might be, I'm sure they got, because a lot of the times, like, you can go on like their Instagram and stuff, they have like a bunch of cool little tips and stuff for like if it gets clogged, or you know, I just recently found out that I can actually use the extra fine nibs, which is the ones that's on there now, and they're double-sided fine nibs, and these same markers. I don't have to use the extra fine. I can use the fine, which is a little bit bigger, covers a little bit more area, and I don't think it's plastic. I think it's that other material. I was like, oh, you can swap and switch the nibs on some of these. That's really cool. I didn't know that. So like their Instagram has some nice tips. So maybe if I scroll through there, I can find something on what's happening with this poor marker. Let me get a little bit closer to this line. All right, and we'll just let it dry. Miss some areas. That's okay. All right. Doesn't have to be perfect, Jazz. It's a sketch. All right. Yeah, their Instagram is full of cool stuff. Okay, so we'll let that dry. Now his sweater, I want it. I'm looking at this terracotta color because I want it a little bit darker since he's the lighter twin. Um, if you can't tell, I'm loving this new red set. Uh-oh, I slapped you guys around a little bit. Okay. Yeah, the red set is nice. I like it. I am glad I went with the reds though. It would be nice to have like a medium size or like I think maybe for the essentials, I will get like a bigger nib size or the brush size just so that, because I use a lot of just flat colors for the background, like for these, and sometimes they can be a little big and I don't really like to use the extra fine nibs for really big areas. So it would be nice to have some non-tiny, because these nibs are very tiny. I use these for, my sketches because I sketch pretty small, but the backgrounds, they can be pretty large. But I also am trying to like make myself use my gouache for my backgrounds as well, so I'm not really in a rush to get a bigger nib size than these either, because I could just use my gouache. It won't look the same because it's a different material, and it's also a different, it's not permanent, and it can be opaque, but I typically like to build up on my gouache. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it, because that's how I do it with my what do you call it, my acrylic gouache. I just kind of build the colors on top of each other because that's permanent, so you can put colors on top of each other. You can go dark to light, light to dark. But with the gouache, I don't know if that's how, because if you work the gouache too much, it will reactivate. So I don't know. Still learning it. And I'm practicing on not reactivating what I have underneath. So that's what my sketchbook is for. It's for learning. So I'm doing pretty good, I think. I don't have it mastered or anything like that, but There's still times when I reactivate it and I'm like, oops, okay, I was working it too much. But um, I think with the dark sweater, we can probably get away with that mustard color. I could also use straw, but I think that's a little bit worse. So I think I'm gonna use the mustard color. And then if I don't like it, when I get the other, when I get the other set, I can go on top. So let's just grab mustard. I will say it would be nice if they put the color names on top. I mean on top, on the markers themselves. That would be nice. See, like this one's a little dry. I think it's a lot of dry because it's not trying to, like it's coming out of the side of the marker, but it's not coming out of the marker itself. So like with something like that, they were saying like, soak it so it doesn't, you know, do whatever it does when it dries up. But I might try that because I do have another one. I have a green one over here that I have to replace. I might just go ahead and soak both of them and see what happens. Just leave them in some hot soapy, well maybe not soapy, but some kind of water, I guess. They said warm, I think. Um, but if you don't use them fast enough, they will start to dry up on you. I know some people who don't have the problem that I have of replacing these nibs all the time, and I know it's because I don't do what they tell me to do with the markers. I probably should, so I'm not wasting plastic nibs all the time by, you know, ignoring the clear instructions of if you don't use it for a long time, soak it, wipe it with a wet paper towel, something. I'm just like, nah, it'll be fine. And then when it dries out, I'm like, huh? Yeah, it's because you didn't pay attention to the instructions, Jazz. Okay. So I'm gonna make pasta today, so I don't have to cook for the next couple of days. I'm gonna make some nice pasta and salad, pasta, salad, and I think I have some garlic toast in the freezer. I'll probably just heat that up with it. And just do some gaming, probably. It's pretty cold. I was gonna take the dog out and we were gonna go for a little walk, but it's freezing outside, so I'm not doing that. Um, it's supposed to warm up a little bit later in the week, like towards the weekend, so I'm like, okay, we will go outside when it starts to warm up. because it's too cold for me. It's too cold for him too. I don't think he likes the cold too much because I took him outside and it was kind of cold and he was like heading back to the door like absolutely not. So, I don't think he too much likes the cold either. So, we're going to hang out inside the house for now. All right, so I think we can go back and do his face. I probably, because I don't know, I think that's still wet. Yeah, and I don't want to put my hand in that, so let's wait a little bit. Now for this one, so like, I mean, it's not that bad of a space. Do I want pink though? No, I want it red because I want it to go pink, red background, and then the two bottom ones are going to be pink. So, while that's drying, because I don't want to put my hand in that, let me grab the color for their noses. Because they all have the same color nose. I just don't remember. I think it was, I need to write this stuff down. I think it was this light tan color. But part of me also thinks it was this wheat color. Let me roll it back and look at something else. Because it's like it's pink, but it's not pink. It's more like a, color is that? Me still trying to figure it out. It's like a pink, but I think I think it's this wheat color. But I'm actually going to change it. I'm going to go with this light tan. If I don't like it, we can put wheat on top. All right. Where is my earth tone set? Here, ER1. I think that might actually be in this one here. We'll do all of their noses. I started watching this show called Paradise on Hulu. Is it on Hulu? Yeah. It's actually pretty good so far. I'm terrible at describing shows, but it's basically about this secret agent who used to protect the president. Something happened to the president. They're trying to figure out what happened, type of thing. And they live in this underground city, I guess, that was made. And I guess they only took a certain amount of people to this underground city, and then the rest of the world, I guess, I don't know if they died or what happened to the rest of the people on Earth, but uh-oh, there's like a little bubble. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the rest of the people. Anyone got art journal tips? I'm probably not the best one to go for that. I don't do any art journaling. I mean, I journal, like I have like a personal journal, but art journaling, no. I just started a gaming journal, and then I have my Hobonichi, which I do my personal journaling in, and I just kind of add stickers and little doodles and highlights and stuff to make it look cool. I've seen some pretty cool art journals. Because sometimes when I'm on YouTube and I'm looking for like certain art related things, sometimes people in their art journals will pop up and I'm like, well, this isn't what I'm looking for, but let me look at it anyway. And sometimes they have some pretty cool stuff. So I would say just kind of randomly Google, I mean, not Google, but YouTube like art journal or like art journal ideas on YouTube, and it'll probably blast you with a load of videos about art journaling tips. I'm sure there's millions out there. What are you like maybe looking for a specific theme? Is that maybe what you're asking? Or you got any art tips? Because I do art journaling and it's basically like drawing in sketchbooks. It's just that it's no. So are you? So you're still drawing, but you're drawing and also journaling on the same page? Like, is there like a theme to it? You looking for a theme? I suggest like fantasy theme all the time, like cool forest elves and orcs and Dungeons and Dragons type of theme would be kind of cool. Art tip wise, I say just for me, what I do, like or what I'm doing rather, I have some characters that I'm trying to build. So I do a lot of character building. We'll put his little blushes back in once this dries. I probably should have went all in the same direction so it doesn't look weird, but it's fine. And the same person keeps popping up. Oh no, I hate when that happens. So okay, so how does art journaling work? So you you journal first and then you draw some things on the page, or you draw some things on the page and then you journal about what you drew, or genuinely asking because genuinely have no idea how it works. I'm just going back over the little spots that I missed. You like drawing, but you like writing prompts in the middle. But then you run out of writing, so I figure out what to. So it's like a sketchbook, but with. Yeah, I'm still confused. Okay. Because I mean, sometimes I'll do prompts. So basically, what I do, like, I will have, like, kind of like when I was doing the project, well, it's still ongoing, but when they're playing their card game, and I had like a whole idea set up of it. I was like, okay, they're gonna go to the store, they're gonna pick up, like here, I'll show you. I have to keep my hand on the page though, because it's still wet. So like here at the beginning, um, I have my characters, and they basically have this card game that they play, and it's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, but it's a little different. I haven't fleshed out the game yet, but basically it's like Dungeons and Dragons, but like it's also a card collecting type of thing. So they like to go to the store and there's like little figurines, and they like to do the cosplay of the characters that they play. And Bo is the dungeon master, and you know, so I did a little sketch of them at the new release for some of the new cards, and then I did one of them standing outside the store opening the packs that they just got, and then here's him buying his little collector's thing, and them playing the game, and then I just kind of like on a post-it note wrote like game night, you know. So, and then here's them in the store buying stuff, and they're dressed up, and here's them taking on a boss, just different stuff. Here's them Pot here, he pulled a really good card. Bo pulled something pretty decent. Miso didn't do so well, so he's like, man. So, you know, I had like prompts, and then this was like my Christmas page. But then there was like one where they went to the carnival. No, they were at the beach. This is part of the carnival one. It just ended up on this page. But they went to the beach, so they're like in the water playing, and he's under the water, and he's trying to convince Bo to go to this haunted lighthouse, which, spoiler, they end up going. But like, and then the carnival, the cotton candy and stuff, and just hears them at the beach, and they seen the carnival poster. So there's like a story, like little mini stories that I try to tell with my sketches. And this was Miso's birthday party. Um, and then back at the little beach area, just different stuff. This is him at his birthday over here. Hey, Topeka. So just, you know, I have like a little story with my illustrations. Um, So I would, you know, maybe character creation, maybe create some characters and see where it goes. If you're into creating characters, maybe that will help you with your journaling, maybe. But as far as like art journaling, I have absolutely no idea of anything in that area. But maybe just create like, if you're going to do like one journal, have that one journal be like, you know, character creation or environment creation. Even you want to create like a visual image of, you know, a haunted forest or something, and then you can draw like what you would think would be in that forest, and you can write about the creatures that inhabit the forest, or you can even draw the forest itself and then write about the different creatures or whatever is going to be in there. And then you can even like super create story with it. You can, if you have like OCs, you can make it to where your OCs decide to go to this haunted forest, and um, kind of do the art journaling in the POV of your OC instead of your point of view. Make it like as if, like, create an art journal, but instead of it being your art journal, it's your OC's journal. You know what I mean? So they're like journaling what they see and what they hear, and, you know, what kind of crazy experiences they had in said haunted forest. Do like a mood board or something. And the whole journal can even be their journal of them going to like different places. You can go on like Pinterest or Google and just look up like, you know, fantasy realms or something, and get some ideas and be like, oh, you know, and make up names for the places. Oh, I went to such and such today. You know, I seen this, I did that, I went there because X, Y, and Z. You know, I can go on and on about story creation, but as far as like art journaling, I don't know. But I got you on the story creation stuff. When I doodle or draw, I like to use mixed media. Yeah. Yeah, Topeka said try 30-day challenge. Absolutely. They have those where like you can do like the prompts and then you can take that even further and like take the prompts but again do it in like the point of view of your OC. Um those 30-day challenges overwhelm the heck out of me. Those I've never actually completed one. But I've tried a couple times, but I've never actually completed it. They overwhelm the heck out of me. I cannot do it. But they are like sometimes I will just use the prompts of them though as like for ideas. I won't actually do it 30 days in a row because that's crazy. But I will use the prompts though, and um, so that's drawing. I am going to now, I need something for, I'm gonna use, I think, where's that color? I think I'm gonna use rosy peach for the inside, maybe summer tan, ER14. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this sketchbook is mainly focused on my OCs, um, trying to build a little story and, kind of bring them to life a little bit. I'm also trying to practice them not just standing because a lot of the times I have them just standing and actually not really, but it kind of feels like it, like their poses. It's like someone took a picture, kind of like, and I kind of want to add a little bit more movement. Like there's one that I really like this one I like, and this one because you can see like the emotion, but like this one, it just looks like someone snapped a photo. And then so like I'm trying to kind of have it where they're doing like this one's really good with motion, but I sometimes I feel like they're just standing there. So I'm trying to create more like this one was pretty good over here. You can't really see it cuz it's just still a sketch, but um like this one, they got the party and stuff, but they're all just standing. Um I don't know, it's kind of like this one's really good. I like this one because they're actually doing something. So that's kind of what I've been trying to do. But then I end up like this one's really good. They're actually doing something. This one, they're in the hallway. They're actually I meant for them to be standing, but you can still see some kind of like, emotion. And obviously they're not going to be moving because it's a drawing, but I want it to look like they're moving or have some kind of movement to them and they're not just standing there like, I don't know if I'm making any sense. But so yeah. When I got back um from dropping off the phone, you have to go, okay, stay safe. The ears remind me of Piglet from Winnie the Pooh. the ears, his ears? Pot? Yeah. Pot or miso? I hear a lot of people say miso remind them of Piglet. I usually get Piglet or Pikachu or something of that nature. Um, I think it's kind of funny. It's kind of cute. I'm like, oh, well, at least it looks like something, and you guys, it doesn't just look like, you know, you can't tell what it is, because that would be concerning. All right, I think I kind of want to use the same. I do, but I don't want to use the same color. I like this cherry blossom for the tongues. And I'm just gonna do it because why not? It can be the same color as the background. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. And then I'm going to add his little blush marks back in there. And the last one with the heart on his face. This one. that's my well, she's kind of a main character, but she's not fleshed out yet. Um she's a princess. That's about as far as I got. And yeah, but she is friends with them too, but she doesn't come around a lot because she lives in a different city and so on and so forth. So she's not quite fleshed out yet, but I'm getting there. Miso and Bo's pretty fleshed out. I'm working on these two. I kind of have their personalities together, but don't have like their backgrounds or anything fleshed out. But Miso's like my main, so he's pretty fleshed out. He's something else too. But so yeah, I think how we doing on the dryness level? It's pretty dry. Um okay. So I like the mustard. Once it's dry, it doesn't look too bad. And I don't know if that's because let me zoom you guys back in. I don't know if that's because maybe the dark sweater is making it look a little less crazy, or if the marker just decided to work for me today. I'm not sure, but I do like the mustard color for pot. Um, I don't remember if I gave the twin a name. I have to go because my other sketchbook was lost/stolen. So I don't think I actually gave him a name yet. Um, so I don't really know. I don't think he has a name. But that's pot, and they're both pretty silly. They're always doing something. They, playing tricks on each other and all kinds of stuff, but I don't think he had a name. So we're going to have to name him. I don't think I gave her a name either. Because like I said, when I was working in my sketchbook before it got stolen, slash, whatever you want to call it, um, I had just made her and I had just made him. So they don't have names. There are some pages that from my other sketchbook that I did manage to take pictures of because I wanted to re-put them on my, like, digitally. So I did, and I did manage to take a picture of my favorite page when Miso went to he went to, oh geez, what did I name it? It was like, I need to keep track of this stuff, but he basically went to the port and he had caught this fish and it was like kind of too heavy for him and he was struggling with it. I did manage to get that photo. But yeah, I got some photos of, I'm so heartbroken that sketchbook was stolen, but it's okay. Just it's going to force me to get better. Did I attend art school? I did not. I did not. I was one of those kids that just kind of drew. So I think I'm going to use RD2 for the background of this. I'm going to put the shadows and stuff into just I just realized that I probably should have started on the left side because now I have to wait until this dries so I don't smear it across everything. Boy, that was smart, wasn't it? So I'll probably spend some of the day just coloring in my sketchbook. Because I don't, sometimes I bring my paint markers to work, but I want to practice with my gouache too. And I can't bring, you know, my Hemi gouache with, what is it, 112 colors to work with me. That's a really big case and it's kind of heavy. So, and I walk around a lot at work and I don't want to tote that thing around with me all day. So, I do have like a smaller selection of colors that I put inside of like these little mini things. Are like that big. Um, but it's not all the colors. It's just some of the ones that I used often. But sometimes I don't want to take that either. So I'll just like throw my little paint markers that I threw in the Ohuhu case that had my water-based Ohuhu markers, which I still need to figure out where I'm going to use those because they bleed through my double-sided pages in my coloring books. So I guess I'm just going to have to use those on single-sided books. But anyway, I took those out and I put them in a little thing with my other water-based markers. And I used the case for to put some of my paint pens in to take with me when I go places so I can have just like a certain pick of colors. Uh, I'm gonna have to get a bigger case though because that only holds 60. And the Toolie has one. I think it holds 120. I could put it in a pencil. I could just get like a regular pencil case and put it in there, but um, and that will give me like 150 at the least, because I'm pretty sure I have at least 150 by now, because each one has at least 22, but I also have like the earth one has I think 36, and then I have some that has 24. So and then I still have other sets that I want to get. So I at least have 150. So I might need two cases of like the pencil cases. And I don't, hi Amy, and I don't want to get one of those big ones where it has like 200 slots. Because if I do want to take it to work, please ignore the screaming that is coming from outside. I don't know who that is. Um, if I do want to take it to work, I'm not going to want to tote that giant thing around with me because those are giant. I've had a 200, actually I think it was 250 slot pencil case, and that thing was just too big. I ended up giving it to my sister to put the Prismacolors I gave her, and then her Prismacolors in there, and some other pencils, so she can just have all her pencils in one case. Because I think she said her pencils, she was storing them at the time in a shoebox or something. So I was like, oh no. So we gotta wait until this dries. I don't want to put my hand in that. So we have, um, I think I'm just gonna get like 300K slot that's like a lunchbox. Yeah, see, and I see, but they're big. I want one that's like, cause the one I had, it was like, and when I like, I mean, it was like, you know, probably about it was pretty wide, and but it was also like really thick because you know it had all those things in there. So I'm like, that's a lot. So I think I'm going to just might just get, I mean, maybe. And then I can just keep it at home and then use this one cuz this is the one that I have right now that I take with me sometimes. And I just have like colors that I use the most of. I left some empty slots for the reds, but like, you know, just the colors I just thought I would use the most and I put them in there. But I think I am just going to get like a 300 case one, maybe just to keep on my desk versus all these clear containers. Because I don't want to have to buy another set of clear containers for the other marker sets that I don't have. So maybe I can do that. That's actually not a bad idea, Topeka. And then whatever I want to bring with me, just put it in the 60 set. Because I still have about four, let me see, the pinks, the purples, the browns, the skin tones, the blues. I pinks, purples. Yeah, I have like 5 or 6 sets that are still kind of necessities that I would like to have. Now, I'm not going to get them all at the same time, but sometimes people do send me things, you know, family, friends, sometimes YouTube people that watch me. And I do want to be ready in case that happens and I have somewhere to put them and they're not just in the box. Because the last thing I want is to be stuck storing them in the box that they came in because it's just a little cardboard box. And I'm trying to do a little bit better with my organizational skills here. But that 300 case idea is a great idea. I need to go on Amazon and see what they got and add some things to my wish list because I'm already at 100 and something. And then those ones that I have my eye on is another a little bit over 100 probably. So that'll put me near 300 with a little bit of space for whatever else I need. So like if I wanted to get the metallic set, which is something I'm also looking at, I don't know if I want the glitter set or not. I mean, eventually, but I'm not in a rush because I'm not a glitter person. Um, but that metallic set, I'm definitely at some point gonna grab that because I do want to see just how metallic it is. If it's actually like metallic, or if it's gonna be like, you know, just a little sheen because it is acrylic paint, but it's also acrylic paint that's inside of a marker. So my hopes aren't high, but at the same time, they kind of are. Um, and because right now the biggest pencil case I have, I think, is 150, and that's not gonna hold all of the markers that I have right now. I mean, it might, but I would like to try and have them all in one case if I can help it, or two at the very least. So maybe a 301 is not a bad idea. Um, because I can do like the pro colors in one case, and then when I start to get the other colors like the Southwest and the, I think there's like a floral one and the neon and all those other ones that aren't the pro colors, they can go in the other case. Um, Technically, the pastels I don't think is a pro color, nor is the jewels. So it's probably wise that I split it up between the pro colors and the non-pro colors. But yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you, Topeka, because I've been trying to figure out what's the best way to store them. So I'm willing to try anything, honestly. So far the plastic thing's working. The little plastic bins I have them in, but that's just temporary. I know that's not going to be a long-term thing, but for now, it's working. But I'm gonna look into that 300 marker case storage. All right, got the reds done. I'm gonna keep these four because I think I want those four in my case over here. But anyway, so we got the red. This part is done. Now miso is already white, so I don't have to color miso. But bow is, and I still haven't quite. I don't have a color. Well, I have a color, but she's like a pale yellow. And sometimes that pale yellow acts like it doesn't want to work, but we're going to try it. Number 23. Oh, I think it's in here because that is her color, so I think it's in here. I can put these two back because I don't need to color those guys. Let me just grab the pale yellow. 23. Watch Emily organize her pencils. Who is Emily? You mean Emily Illustrator? That Emily? I think Tanji, oh my gosh. And Tani, I think was, this one's dry. I think Tani was going to, I don't know if she just posted a photo or if she was actually going to, show us her organized storage area. Once my desk is together, I do plan on doing a video of how I store my art supplies as well. Haven't gotten around to it. Okay, and that's flowing strangely. All right. Yeah, that's flowing like a lot. I mean, which is kind of a good thing, but also I don't know, because I don't know if I want it to be flowing this much. I feel like poor Bo always gets the short end of the stick. Whenever I'm like getting ready to color her or do something related to her, it always turns out weird. But this is what we're going with because it's coming out this color now. So, and I don't know, I don't think I shook it enough, or it's just being weird because it's coming out pretty fast. But the good thing about acrylic paint markers is you can go over it again. I don't know if I want to keep her this color though. I mean, I like the yellow, but sometimes it's hard to get her color. Like in the paint pan, it's not hard because I have the color. But sometimes, like with the gouache and the acrylic gouache, it's hard to pinpoint her color because I have to mix it. So see, some of her is like transparent and some of her is like opaque. I feel so bad. I'm sorry, Bo. know this happens to you every time. I might just get another marker. Like order another one because I need to order another mustard. No, not mustard. Another camel because that one was doing the same thing, but at least that one was still opaque. Not sure what happened here. It doesn't look too bad once it dries though, so all right, not too bad. So we'll let it dry. Now, for Miso's shirt, I kind of wanted it pink, but I wanted like a purple pink. So in the reds, we did have some like purple pinks. Like we had this pink parfait color. It was like pink, pink. But I think maybe I'll put Bo in the purple pink. Or, I mean, I could leave his shirt white, but he's already white. So I'm not really sure on his colors yet for his shirt. I really was leaning towards pink. Excuse me. Not sure yet. But we are a little over an hour, and my voice is clearly giving me some progress. I also noticed that with the paint markers, it does take a little bit. Taylor, hey Taylor. It does take a little bit longer to color with the paint markers, but it does come out a little bit nicer. I keep going back and forth trying to figure out if I like the style of the gouache. I mean, I like both of them because like that's all gouache except the outline of the bear and the outline of them. It's all gouache. There's another one. So like I do believe this one was mostly gouache as well. Except for the background, it was alcohol marker. This one was also gouache, but like a little bit more sketchier. This one I think was also gouache. So I'm like trying to figure out. You vote for pink? Pink? His shirt? His shirt pink? Yeah, I was thinking pink too. And I want to give her like that purple pink, I think. But and then she has her armor on, but you can still see like the collar of her shirt, and you know, so. But yeah, I'm gonna work on it a little bit later today, and then I also, for some reason, I want to color this one today. So I almost want to turn that one into a sticker. I'm not sure, but I'm feeling a little sketchbooky today, so we'll see what I end up drawing. I want to work on this one a little bit more, like a different version of it. I was trying to figure out the hands. The hands was driving me a little crazy. I haven't figured out, that's another thing I need to figure out. I haven't figured out if I want them, I'm using the Toolie art. So these are the I have the box. I just got this set, but these are the Toolyart acrylic paint pens, and I get mine in extra fine. But they also have them in like medium, I think, fine, medium, and some of the sets are in brush tip as well. But I prefer the ones that you gotta shake, shake, shake because they're more opaque. Um, I haven't figured out if I want their hands to be like, hands like with fingers, or because some of the pages I like when they have the fingers, but then some of the pages I like when they just have like the cup hands, I guess is what I was calling them, like these. Um, I like these hands. I think I like these hands slightly better. So I don't know why I keep trying to draw them with fingers because they look weird. I like these hands better. And I just need to stick with those hands. But like when they do the little peace sign is so cute, and they can't do it with the other hand. So I guess sometimes if I need them to like point or something, then I'll give them like fingers. But for the most part, I like the little cup hands. They're cute. Even here when he's listening to his little headphones, look at that. Look at that hand. It's so cute. So I think I'm just gonna stick to that because that looks kind of weird. So I'm gonna try to redraw that with the cup hand and see um, how it looks. He has them here when he's holding the book. So I'm thinking I stick with the cup hands and give them fingers only when they need it, is what I'm thinking. But I mean, look, I'm almost to where I was in my old sketchbook. I have about, because I was almost halfway through, so I have about that much more to go before I'm caught up to where I was. And there are still some drawings that I want to redraw from the other sketchbook. So, but I like the progress we made on this. I like the progress. My sketchbook is getting together as far as the color goes. I mean, I said I wanted to fill it with color, so I'm making that progress slowly, slowly. It's not a race. So, and Taylor said she votes for pink, so Miso's shirt will be pink. But I'm gonna head out for now. It is almost 3 o'clock. I don't know, did I start late or have I just been running my mouth this whole time? But I'm gonna head off because I need to start cooking because I haven't. And I would like to just kind of chill for the rest of the day. I have my Steam Deck around here. I'm gonna be, I also, I almost forgot, worked a little bit more on this guy. So I did add paint marker to the table just to put a base down, and then I'm gonna go over it with acrylic gouache. But I did do, I don't know what the heaven's name. It looks like I did this in paint marker, but I don't see the paint marker on my desk anywhere, which is slightly concerning because I've colored that and I don't remember what color. I might have written it down. Yeah, look at that. I was smart. Okay. Pink and purple, give it a go. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna add some purple, but I did work some more on it. I did a little bit of detail on, well, not detail, but like basing on some of these guys. I put some Toolyart colors in here, and the background is, I haven't figured out the color for the background yet, but I want to recolor him. I think I'm gonna do, since I like that mustard, I'm gonna go over, I'm gonna go over him with that mustard color, but I don't know, I might leave it. I kind of like this color. He came out pretty good. I don't know if I like the shadow color. I think it might be a little bit too dark, but maybe once I put the background, because I'm thinking like a dark red for the background is what I'm thinking. But this is them playing their little game I was telling you about. So we have the princess over here, and you can tell I drew this a while ago because I draw them a little bit different now. They're a little bit more squishier. Um, so I want it to be like they're in the basement, you know, playing their game. I didn't want to put any like detail in the background, so I'll just do like maybe like a deep purple, right? Like a dark purple and kind of have like a little bit of light. Um, but I don't know, either deep purple or like a dark red or something. But we got the princess, we got Pot, Bo, Miso, and our poor. We need a name for him. We need a name for my guy, but that's okay. We're gonna come up with one. But they're just hanging out, and then I did this one, which I'm gonna redo because my paint marker was acting weird, and I didn't draw them as squishy as I wanted them to. Bo, Pot looks like he hasn't eaten in a while. So I don't know. I'm gonna redraw this one, but I was trying different stuff. I tried my acrylic gouache. This was like watercolor paper. And I tried regular gouache and paint marker. I don't like the way the paint marker goes on this paper, so I won't use that. I'm gonna use regular gouache. But I haven't done anything on this yet. But I wanted to show you guys, I am working on this very slowly. I'm getting there. And then I've been kind of productive. I think I've been kind of productive this week. And then also, I have this random book that I have where I was doing my Fields of Mystria um, journal, game journal. So I was doing the spring page. So there's like the spring calendar and then the events. And then here I was going to put, I think I was going to do the available crops and then like the crops, the cost, how many days it takes, blah blah blah. And then over here like the forageables, or the fish, and then whatever else on the backside, and then work into the next season. So I got a lot of stuff going on, but I'm getting it done slowly but surely. um you know, I have a lot of different things that I like to work on all at one time, but I am gonna work on this a little bit today. So I wanted to pull that out because I do want to work on it. So I'm gonna head out and I will see you guys later. I will be probably on tomorrow as well. Once I come back from running errands and such, I'll be on and I'll see you guys then. I don't know if I'm gonna play the game or if maybe I'll come on and work a little bit on this. Um, see where it goes. Because I do have my gouache on my desk, so maybe. And I have 3 of these nibs. I'm going to go soak in some water and see what happens. And I'll give you guys an update on that. So that's it for the day. Thanks for coming to hang out. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out if you haven't already pushed it. If you have already pushed it, thank you. And I will see you guys later today, maybe, but definitely tomorrow. All right. Bye, guys. Bye, everybody.